Dad,
Yeah.
you've had this for a while now. When are you going to let it go?
Well, I'll let it go eventually, but I'm still enjoying the moment actually. And anytime I come into the studio and I see this painting, the vibrance, the rich colors, it does the magic for me. So I'm gonna keep it for a while. As you know, this is Queen Tye, T-I-Y-E, or you can say Queen Tye. Some people say Tye, T-Y-R, or even Queen T. She's from the 14th century, and that's 18th dynasty. You can imagine that.
So she's an Egyptian queen.
Well, you could say that, but for this purpose, please let's get the terminology right. She was the queen of Kemet, because if you can go back in time to when she was around, and you say you're looking for a place called Egypt, you're going to have a problem, because there was no such place as Egypt. This all changed in 332 BC when the Greeks, led by Alexander the Great, invaded Kemet. They invaded the place, and they were there for about 300 years. And in that time, they changed the name, interfere with the spirituality of the people, the way of life. Even though they did some good, but I think basically they changed everything. So it was never Egypt when she was around. It was Kemet. So yes, and she was married to King Amenhotep II. She was married young, as they do in those days, and she was not just a conventional queen, because I would say she ruled alongside her husband. They ruled together, and this was expressed in many of the artworks. You know, they ruled together, and the husband, unfortunately, he died quite young, and at his passing, her son took over. But even before her son took over, she was there for a while, and you could say from the period of reigning with her husband, and after her husband's died, she was at the she was in the helm of affairs with her husband and all that time for approximately, give or take, maybe 40 years or thereabout. I would say about 40 years. And after her husband, her son Akhenaten came on board, and he was pharaoh for quite a long time. Her son is Akhenaten. He gave the world the concept of monotheism. I told you about that. Remember?
Yeah.
What do you remember about monotheism?
It's just the belief that there's only one God.
Fantastic. That is what her son gave to the world, the concept of the supremacy of just one God, and that's called Aten. God Aten, and it was quite revolutionary for its time, but it was a great deal of reform, and kind of a shock to the system, and after the son, after Akhenaten passed on, famous grandson you might know is King Tut.
Tutankhamun.
Tutankhamun, yeah, you're right. Tutankhamun, yeah. This is Tutu's Khamun's grandma. So yes, it was a great time in Egypt. So yes, that's Tutankhamun's grandma, yeah.
So does she look like this in real life?
Yeah. That's how she looks. We know for sure that's how she looks, because as you know, whenever you see kings and queens of Egypt back in the day, that is from the earlier times, going back into King Zoso, many of them, their nose, their lips, all knocked out, because when you knock out the lips and nose, it defaces it, and you cannot tell the African features of them. But in our case, thankfully, many of all the paintings in the tombs, in the temples, the sculptures, we know this how she looks like. It was not interfered with like they did after the coming of the Greeks. Like, you know, the great what the Greeks called the Sphinx, actually hieroglyphs. the nose knocked off, the lips knocked off. You cannot tell, but with her, you can tell her features. This is an African woman. Actually, this one, the name escapes my mind now, but it's actually a little wooden carving, and this in a later life. So this it's actually in a museum in Berlin, little wooden affair, you know. And yeah, this how she looks like. This is the great Queen Tye, one of the greatest queens to come out of Africa. Yeah, so I love her. I'm gonna keep off. I might let it go at some time when time is right, but for now, I'm enjoying it. Queen Tye.